Gwen, have you ever tried to quit a bad habit?
Oh, plenty of times. But somehow I always end up going back to it.
Same here. Like, I tell myself, no more late night snacks. But then, boom, midnight, and I'm in the kitchen again.
I totally get that. For me, it's checking my phone first thing in the morning. I know it's bad, but I still do it every single day,
It's funny how we know something is bad for us, yet we keep doing it.
right? But why is it so hard to break a habit? Is it just about willpower, or is there something deeper going on?
That's exactly what we're talking about today. Welcome to Podcast and Chill on the Learn English podcast channel,
I'm Gwen.
and I'm Leo. In today's episode, we're diving into the science behind bad habits. Why do we struggle to quit them? And most importantly, how to finally break free.
So, if you've ever tried and failed to quit a bad habit, this episode is for you. Let's dive into that today. In today's episode, we've also prepared a free PDF with tips and to help you on your journey. Now let's begin.
So, how are bad habits formed?
Bad habits aren't random, they develop through repetition. Charles Duhigg, the author of The Power of Habit, describes a pattern or habit loop involving three stages, which are cue, routine, and reward. For example, when we feel bored, cue, we check our phones, routine, and get a dopamine hit, reward.
That makes the cycle stronger every time.
Dopamine plays a key role in reinforcing habits. When dopamine is released, our brains link the habit to pleasure, making it harder to break. The more we repeat this cycle, the stronger the habit becomes.
Over time, we don't even think about it, we just do it. That's why bad habits feel so natural, even when we know they're not good for us. That makes sense.
But I keep thinking about this fact. We know bad habits are harmful, but we still put off quitting them. Why?
Well, we always say, I'll quit tomorrow. But let's be real, that's just an excuse to avoid change. We feel uncomfortable to give up something that brings us instant pleasure.
Ah, so that's why. Putting things off feels easier because change is uncomfortable.
Our brains are wired to seek instant gratification. If watching TV feels better than running, we'll naturally choose the easier option, even if it's bad for us in the long run. And let's be honest, breaking habits requires a lot of effort. If we don't have a strong reason to quit, we will convince ourselves that it's okay to wait.
The environment also plays a key role in shaping bad habits. Have you ever noticed that when snacks are easy to reach, you eat more? That's not an accident, since our environment affects our habits a lot.
Research shows that people tend to eat more when food is easy to see and reach. If unhealthy snacks are right in front of us, we're more likely to grab them without thinking. It's the same with other habits. If your TV remote is right by your side, you will probably watch more TV.
Many people think they need strong willpower to change habits, but that's not entirely true. In reality, our environment controls a lot of what we do.
Our brains like to save energy, so we always choose the easiest option. That's how bad habits start and grow. The easier something is, the more we do it.
And if something is harder, we do it less. That's why our surroundings play such a big role in shaping our habits.
Some habits seem small, but over time, they cause big problems. Let's talk about two common ones: procrastination and bad sleep habits.
Let's start with procrastination. Have you ever told yourself, I'll do it later, and then later just never came?
Yeah, and the funny thing is, in the moment, it feels like a harmless delay. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll start next week, one day when I have more time. But that one day keeps moving further and further away.
It's like a mental trick we play on ourselves. We think we're making a decision, but really, we're just avoiding one.
And the more we do it, the worse things get. Tasks pile up, the guilt creeps in, and what was once a simple to-do becomes a huge, overwhelming burden.
Procrastination, according to experts, is linked to higher stress levels and poorer mental health. The more we delay, the harder things become.
What about sleep problems? Many people scroll on their phones at night thinking it's harmless, but too much screen time before bed reduces sleep quality, making us tired the next day.
The blue light from screens tricks our brains into staying awake, leading to poor sleep and lower energy levels.
These small habits don't seem dangerous at first, but they slowly hurt our productivity, health, and mood. That's why we must pay attention to them. The little things we do daily shape our lives more than we realize. Let's move on to solutions we can take to defeat bad habits. You know that feeling when you want to build a good habit but keep forgetting? Or worse, bad habits just won't go away? There's actually a trick for that, which is habit stacking.
Habit stacking is simple. Instead of trying to start a habit from nothing, you attach it to something you already do every day. It's like adding a new step to an existing routine.
Let's say you want to drink more water. Then let's attach it to the habit of brushing your teeth, since you do that every day. Before brushing your teeth, you drink a glass of water. Over time, it becomes automatic.
That's a great example, Leo. You can do this with anything. Want to stretch more? Stretch for 30 seconds after you wake up. Want to read more? Read one page before bed.
The key is to find something you already do constantly. Attach a small, positive habit to it. That way, your brain links them together. Another approach is to break bad habits by taking small steps, one at a time.
A big mistake people make when quitting bad habits? They try to change everything overnight. It's so overwhelming and they give up really fast.
Exactly. BJ Fogg, a behavior scientist at Stanford University, found that tiny habits are easier to stick with because they don't feel like a big effort.
Think about this. What's easier? Completely quitting social media or just reducing screen time by 5 minutes each day? Small steps make the process feel easier to handle.
If you successfully reduce 5 minutes of screen time today, it's easier to reduce another 5 tomorrow.
Same with exercise. Instead of forcing yourself to go to the gym for an hour, start with just 5 push-ups. Once it's easy, you naturally want to do more.
Hey Gwen, I got this idea. Why don't we list out some common mistakes people make when trying to quit bad habits?
Great idea. The first mistake is setting goals that are way too extreme. People often say things like, I'll never eat junk food again, or I'll work out every single day. When the goal is too big, even one slip up makes you feel like you've failed completely.
That's why gradual changes work better. Instead of cutting out junk food overnight, try small swaps, like replacing fries with a salad once a week. Once that feels easy, build on it.
Another common mistake is neglecting to track progress. When you don't see results, it's easy to think nothing is changing and give up. But progress is often slow and happens in small ways. Even writing down tiny wins like, today I drank water instead of soda, keeps you motivated.
Yeah, and let's not forget the power of accountability. If no one knows you're trying to change, it's easy to quit when things get tough. But if you tell a friend, join a challenge, or even post about it online, you'll feel more committed. Plus, having support means you're not doing it alone.
If you slip up, a friend can encourage you to get back on track instead of beating yourself up. At the end of the day, breaking habits isn't about being perfect. It's about staying consistent, taking small, smart steps and sticking with them.
And progress is still progress, no matter how slow. All right, now, let's bring out some useful phrases in today's episode for our listeners.
Break a habit. To stop doing something that has become a habit. Example, I used to drink soda every day, but I'm trying to break that habit by switching to water.
Instant pleasure. A feeling of enjoyment that happens immediately. Example, eating chocolate gives me instant pleasure, but too much is bad for my health.
Put things off. To delay something. Example, I always put things off until the last minute, especially when I have homework.
Strong willpower. The ability to control yourself and resist bad choices. Example, it takes strong willpower to say no to junk food when you're trying to eat healthy.
Play a key role. To be very important in a situation or process. Example, sleep plays a key role in keeping us healthy and focused. Procrastination, the act of delaying or avoiding tasks that need to be done. Example, his procrastination caused him to rush his homework at the last minute. Pile up, to increase in amount, especially in a way that causes problems. Example, if you don't do your homework every day, your assignments will pile up.
Stick with, to continue doing something even when it's hard. Example, learning a new language is difficult, but if you stick with it, you'll improve. Slip up, making a small mistake or having a failure. Example, I was eating healthy all week, but I slipped up and had fast food last night.
Gradual changes. Changes that happen slowly over time. Example, instead of quitting sugar completely, try making gradual changes like eating less candy.
Here are some questions to help you understand today's topic.
After reading the questions, you can pause the video and think of your answer. Question 1. Why do people delay quitting bad habits? People delay because change feels uncomfortable. We often choose what feels good now instead of what benefits us in the long run.
Question 2. How does our environment influence our habits? Our surroundings shape behavior. Easy access makes habits more likely. For example, if snacks are within reach, we are more likely to eat them without thinking. Question 3. What is one common mistake people make when trying to quit a bad habit?
Setting extreme goals, like I'll never eat junk food again, feels overwhelming and leads to giving up.
So, breaking a bad habit isn't about willpower alone. It's about making smart, small changes that set you up for success.
Habits don't change overnight, so be patient with yourself. Start small, track your progress, and create an environment that supports your goals. And most importantly, don't be too hard on yourself if you slip up. Just get back on track.
Thanks for tuning into Podcast and Chill today. Your presence means so much to us. If you found this helpful, share it with a friend, and we'll see you next time.